Throughout TikTok and our school community, I've reviewed more than 1001 websites, and I found that about 94% all have this one problem that is really keeping them from ranking and generating any leads. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to find out if your website is making this one mistake, and then I'll walk you through exactly what you need to do to change your website, and a couple of AI tools that you probably have access to that are going to help you do these changes the right way without having to pay an expensive SEO agency. You see, most people's websites end up being like a really poorly labeled shop. One that just says, "We sell stuff," which is great, but most people won't want to walk in because they don't know really what they're going to get. And also, for that matter, search engines, Google AI, GPT Search, Perplexity, is probably not going to want to rank you because they need to spend a lot of time figuring out what it is that you have. So in this video, I'm going to show you some of the websites we've reviewed in our communities that are very different from each other. So hopefully your website falls in that avenue. We're going to go through some of the Loom videos that I did. And then at the end, I'm going to show you how you can review your website today with the help of AI. So let's take a look at the first one. Oh yeah, this was Best Buddy Dog Trainer, a dog training website out of Maryland. And let me move my head that way. Let's see here. Let's see. Perfect. I'm going to stop it right here because I remember this now. So the tool I'm using is called SEO Wallet, by the way. Fantastic little free app. It tells you the metadata, schema, a bunch of other things. And remember, I said that this was a website coming out of Southern Maryland, or they're providing their services there. And if we look at the title tag, it's not bad, but it could be a lot better because it's saying dog obedience and puppy training, which is the service they provide, and then the brand name, which is not incorrect. But the key word that they're missing that is very important is in Southern Maryland, because the truth is they only provide their service there. So they don't really want to rank for dog obedience and puppy training. They want to rank for dog obedience and puppy training in Southern Maryland. So that's the one thing that they're missing right away. And actually, if we go back a little bit at the side here, this is a prime example of not simplifying their website and making it stupidly simple for people to understand exactly what they have to offer. Because when we land on the page, we see right away, don't get me wrong, a photo of a very, very cute puppy, but we're missing a headline that says, for example, professional dog training services in Maryland. Key word there that we're missing out. If it's difficult for us to find out, it'll be difficult for the AI search engines to find out. And you might be saying, well, if I scroll down a little bit, I'm probably going to see it. And yeah, probably. The thing is, if you install any heat tracking software, you'll see that the more you get people to scroll down, the more you lose them. So don't make this mistake. And if you're a service-based business in a location, make sure, for the love of God, you have that location in the title tag of your page. A simple one, but one that can make a big, big difference. And the same goes for the other services they've got to offer. If you've got a page that just says puppy dog training services, you need the service plus the location. Easy one, but I like this one because many people make this mistake. Because the title tag is copyrighted with love, text that... And here's where I think we could do a little bit better in terms of the keyword selections for the title tag of the homepage. Because the title tag is copyrighted with love, text that works. Perfect. This is a prime example of people using their tagline instead of their actual keyword. Because copywriting with love, that is nice. I don't mind it, right? You can copyright that. You can kind of copyright that, but it really shouldn't say that. You should get to the point of it, and maybe copywriting for website that converts. That would be a lot better, right? Tiny changes, but that will really make a big difference. Yeah, that's okay. We are jumping from H2s to H4s. Another thing here, you can see that the H1s will go from H1 to H2. That's okay. But ideally, you don't want to jump in from a H2 to a H4. Minor detail, but you want to add these 1%ers to get them right. Also, again, in the H1s is another section where you want to naturally put in those keywords. Now, I know that she offers her copywriting services all over Germany. So not just in a place in Germany. But still, the H1s, this is on the home page, just says text that sells. That's okay. SEO copywriting for more reach and sales. Again, okay, but we're missing here the fact that it's in Germany and the fact that it's in German as well. We could be very definitive about that keyword selection. The more granular you get with your keyword, the better it is. And people often say, well, if I pick a keyword that's long tail, it's going to have less potential search volume. Yes. And that, my friend, is a good thing. I know it seems counterintuitive, but you want the right traffic, not all the traffic. Here's one thing that a lot of people do as well. They kind of double up and they put the start button or a home button when often the logo does that same thing. Don't over complicate things and don't use two sections for the same button. Usually, traditionally, we're all used to this by now. If I click on the logo, I go to the home page. So don't have another section that says start or home. You want to minimize the selection you're giving people. It's a little bit like when you go on Netflix and there's too much choices, so you end up watching the same reruns or Friends or whatever. Too many options is actually a bad thing. You want to really funnel the user into taking that one click, one action, and she does that really well in this here, where the one button that really stands out is a different color and says, yes, I want to join the community. So I go, great, I need to join a community. I'll click that button. Simple thing, but that's going to increase your conversions. This website was a fly fishing website, if I recall correctly. Let's watch a little bit of the recording and then we'll go through it and everywhere else. Title tagged, hooked on fly fishing. The meta description is discover expert fly fishing tips. So the meta description is great. The title tag is quite poor. Now you see a bit of a pattern here, right? People get the title tag all wrong a lot of the time. And this mistake we see again a lot. People just leave home. And home is often the default setting for Wix, Squarespace, and a lot of this website builders as the home title tag keywords. And you don't just want to have your brand name, Hooked on Fly Fishing, for example. You want to say the place or for all things on fly fishing destinations or whatever the website was about. I'm not saying that just having the right keyword on your title tag is going to rank you number one, but if you don't have it in there, you won't have any chances of ranking number one. Canada, Russia, North America, South America. Perfect. I remember this now. So they had fly fishing destinations, but then at the bottom they had all the blog posts for all the locations all around the world, which is okay. But again, you want to get more granular and more definitive in that keyword selection. I would have had different fly fishing destination categories. For example, like I mentioned in the video, fly fishing in Canada, and placed all of the locations that I know where you can go fly fishing in Canada. I can also optimize for that keyword. Fly fishing destination in Canada, I can write a whole pillar page about it and then list all the content below it. That's going to help me rank for that granular keyword selection, not just fly fishing destinations too broad. You can see how I'm kind of limiting the amount of keywords that I want to try and rank for by picking specific keywords, and that's really, really going to help me a lot and helps a lot of these sites. 3 quick examples there. You saw the frequent error that people were making. How do you know if your website is doing this error? Well, there's a couple of GPTs that you can use, and you don't have to use these GPTs. You just need to use a somewhat of a smart language model that can see images. That's the main thing here. Let's take an example of a website. It's another dog training website, to stay on that same kind of train here, Ethical Dog Training. I know they provide training services in Melbourne, but let's say you weren't an SEO specialist or you haven't had more than 10 years in SEO like myself. There's a GPT here that kind of analyzes the business and understands if you've got the right local keywords and other keywords and whatnot. I'm going to give it the URL. I'm also going to actually take a screenshot of the entire home page. You can do that with a application called Go Full Page. It's free, and it's going to allow you to download the whole thing as a PNG. Going to go to PNG. So I'm going to drop these 2 things in that custom GPT, and we're going to hit enter. Now we're going to see what kind of advice it's going to give us. But generally speaking, if your website, when you land on the first fold, doesn't have a call to action right away, like book your free consultation or whatever that is, you need to place it in there. With that little side step, let's see. This GPT is going to ask you a couple of things. Perfect. So list main services. Yep, that's the main services there. Fantastic. And the cities will be, but you need to go back and forth with the model. Ideally, you want to give it the website. You want to give it a screenshot of the site and say, hey, I want to rank for these keywords in this location. What can I do better? And let's take a quick look at what the GPT gave us. So it's missing the target services and the location. It doesn't have it on the title tag, the H1s, not the H2s, not even in the meta descriptions. Cool. Missing opportunities. It's telling me you need to ensure each service page includes a line like puppy training in Fitzroy or leash reactivity support in Brunswick. And that website is missing. So already, if you use a GPT like this, I'll leave it linked below. You can start saying, okay, yeah, I am missing the key location or one of the keywords within that. It's also given me some top 3 fixes. So update the homepage and title tag. The title should be puppy training and leash reactivity specialist, Brunswick or Melbourne North. That's fine. Gives me a meta title as well, and even a H1 that I should start implementing today, which is pretty good. Gives me some example of copy as well. Obviously, you need to go through it and see if the copy makes sense for you. Don't just blindly trust a custom GPT. But already with those things, and I can promise you that your website will start getting the right traffic and converting a lot. Now, good keyword placement and a good call to action is one piece of the puzzle when it comes to kind of fitting everything together for good SEO. The other thing is also making sure that your website is ready for the AI search engines, the AI overviews, GPT search, Perplexity. So the next thing that I recommend that you do is watch this video here where I give you 7 things you can do today to start making your website a lot more AI friendly for these AI search engines. You can go watch that now.